The Canadiens have struggled mightily, and that might be putting it a little lightly, with the man advantage for the past few seasons, and they finished 22nd last year with a 17.7% success rate. That's not that good. Will the Canadiens finally find a way to improve their power play this season?
Well, I think with the addition of the big boys, Anderson, Perry, Toffoli, these kind of guys are going to be very, very effective by, getting in front of the net, trying to do a lot of, screening, getting back to basics of get to the front of the net. They got some good shooters from either side, and the defense. And I think just get back to the old style of get the puck through, and you're going to have some big guys in front that are going to out battle the opposition defense to get to rebounds or be much more effective in helping their power play improve. So I think those big bodies, net presence is going to do good things for their power play, and they're going to need it. They're going to need to improve it.
Yeah, watching them at practice the first time they worked on the power play on Tuesday. The first unit, they had Toffoli in that bumper spot with Drouin, and Suzuki feeding him, and Toffoli's got a real good release. And the other thing that was interesting is they had Petrie and Weber together on the point. They hardly ever played together on the point on the power play last season. They both have those big blasts, and they had Weber sliding down to that sort of Alex Ovechkin spot as opposed to at the top. So I think it should be better. I mean, it can't be much worse, but they got a lot of options now. Suzuki and Drouin can really pass the puck. Toffoli's got that shot. He's a proven 20-goal scorer. And then you got the two big bombs on the back. So and one of the things of the Canadiens' power play in the past, it was so predictable, and they were just focused, take a shot away from Weber, and then nothing would happen. Now you got the two big bombs at the back, with Weber being able to slide in a little bit more, and Toffoli set up in that bumper spot. So there's a lot of different options on that first unit, and it was sort of fun to watch it at practice the other day.
I think the best thing about finishing last is that there's no expectations. Well, not finishing last, but just having one of the worst power plays is that there's no real expectations for it this year. So anything that's an improvement will be looked at as much better, but they do have a lot more options to make it a little bit more dangerous. And as you mentioned, Stu, it was so predictable. And a lot of the players were even saying that they would get discouraged because they'd have a power play, they would do nothing, maybe even the other team got the momentum from that power play, and maybe to have some fresh faces around that didn't go through that for the last few years might spark something because it's a fresh face. They didn't have that experience, and maybe that could just help the Canadiens' power play.
Yeah, Shea Weber had an interesting comment the other day too, saying with these guys coming from other teams, they're also bringing ideas from other teams' power plays, right? Stuff that they used and worked. So it's a sort of a fresh set of eyes or some fresh thinking that'll probably help Kirk Muller with the power play too. And Rick, Kirk Muller, he's an open guy. I'm sure he's open to any suggestions that they might throw his way. So that'll be interesting to watch too. And just some different looks from what we've seen in the past.
Yeah, and again, the players make it happen. I mean, you can only give them a blueprint of what to expect from the penalty killers, and then you try and execute to their weakness. And I just think that the addition of these new guys is going to bring a little different wrinkle, and it's going to allow something other than the predictable type of play that we've seen in the past with Weber going on the half boards and letting it rip. The penalty killers, along with everybody in the stadium, used to say, "Okay, here comes Weber on his offside." So now, Petrie dragging to the middle. Then you got some half board plays with some guys that can make great passes with Suzuki. You got Perry in front of the net that's got great quick hands that does finish very, very well in tight. So you've got a whole different look that's nothing but, I think, positive for the Canadiens moving forward.
Yeah, I think some people forget how hard Petrie's shot is also, because Weber's Petrie shoots the puck over 100 miles an hour. It's two guys who can shoot the puck over 100 mile an hour on the power play.
And Josh Anderson, who knows where he'll figure into the power play plans as well. It looks as if he's a big body they might rely on as well. For those watching at home, where do you think the Montreal Canadiens will rank in terms of power play? Hopefully higher than 22nd. Visit hockeyinsideout.com to check out our full episode and join the discussion in the comments section below.